road, turn left. At the end of the road, turn left. At the end of this road, turn left. So he checks his mirrors, but you notice already looking at the hand position, the signal is just about to go on. So there, Chris, the fault is you're about to put your signal on too early. What's the analysis? Well, look how far we've got from where we are here to the end of the road down by that white car. So if we're following a vehicle behind and we see his left signal go on at this point, do we think he's turning into a driveway? Do we think he's pulling up on the left? Or are we expecting him to just keep driving down to the end of the road? But also, if there is a vehicle or someone perhaps coming out of any of these driveways, they see your signal on, where do they probably presume that you're going? Oh, into a driveway. So if they're thinking, yeah, I'll cross the road, go and see my friend over here, they're more likely to do it. So do you notice it becomes a confusing signal, and potentially it can have quite serious consequences. So do you know how far from the junction we should roughly be before putting the signal on? Find out what they know, what they understand. So it looks right, left, right again. But here, do you notice the view underneath? This bit here. You can't really see around that fence panel. Now, this should be your view from the passenger seat. At this point, the mistake pretty much all trainees make is to try and look around the pupil and see if there's anything coming. At this point, you should be shouting stop, or you should be hitting the brakes and not letting them pull out. Because if there is something coming down that road that he can't see, why are we letting them pull out in front of it? So there, it's better to stop, look right, left, right again, peep and creep if necessary, and then find out. So there, Chris, the fault is you go, but it's a closed junction. Do you know what an open and a closed junction is? Find out what they know. So let's move that. Look back one frame, look. Just one frame. And we've lost that white car completely. That's the difference half a second can make. And you can see on the top picture, we're at the white line. So I should be stopped at this point and just creeping out dead slow, a couple of millimeters at a time to see. Because if that was coming down now, look, I'm still going. And at the point the view does open up, I'm, or the pupil, looking the wrong way. So again, let's just rewind that a fraction. Look at that. So that's my view. And then as it does open, I'm not looking. So if suddenly there was an e-bike, e-scooter, motorbike, I'm not going to see it. So we come up, we stop, look right, left and right. Because ideally, if you look at that white line in the top picture, that is kind of perhaps that at most is where you want to be stopping. Oh. And at that point, look, because we can see where the white line is, and that is my view. So there, Chris, we didn't identify if it's an open or closed junction, or if we did, we didn't identify correctly it was closed and look right, left and right before deciding whether to go. Remember, the number one reason for failing the driving test and the part 2 in this country is observation at junctions. And this is exactly why. We're at the white line, it's a closed junction, I'm not even looking. So what you don't want to do is let your pupils drive across with you desperately looking round them. We want to be saying at this point, stop. This is the risk management part. At the end of the road, turn left. So he's got his hand there, perhaps a little bit too early, preferably halfway past that junction. So again, just because you mention a fault once doesn't mean they won't do it again. Now here it's a more open junction. But again, no right, left, right. See, because here it only opens up. Now look, I should be concentrating on stopping at the line because of that car. I'm looking to the right. So I start looking here and I can't see anything. So again, if I've recognized it's a closed junction, just focus on the white line. Come up and stop, then look right, left, right. But I'm staring right, there's a car, you can see it in there, you can see it in the top picture. I'm not looking, I'm just looking for a gap. And the amount of times you see pupils doing this and the trainees letting it happen. See, at that point the car is slap bang in front of me. I'm not even looking. So there, Chris, if you're just over that line by about that much, you're going to smack into the side of that car and it's going to be your fault. But then find out why. What's the analysis? Why was he looking that way? 9 times out of 10, they say it's because I couldn't see anything. That tells you it's a closed junction. Focus on your line. So then I finally look left, but remember, minimum observation is right, left, right again, then